Alright, Mr. Andrew Matthews. Tell me a bit about yourself. Just the basics for now.
Andy works fine. I'm 22 years old and I've recently gotten out of college.
Good, good. Do you have any prior experience in engineering fields or related positions?
Not particularly. I mean, I don't have any fancy degrees, but my father was a mechanic. He's had me help out pretty sporadically in my childhood, so I remember a few things.
I see. You said you don't have a degree, but you just got out of college. What was your major? Do you have any relevant qualifications to this position?
Oh, I took community college. I majored in mechanical engineering and got a degree. I just meant I didn't go to any big Ivy schools or have any certifications, job-wise.
Ah, I see. A degree is a degree, no matter where it comes from. You shouldn't downplay its importance just because it's not from an Ivy League college, and the practical experience from helping your father isn't nothing either. Is your interest in our company related to that experience with your father, or is it from somewhere else?
Nope. Actually, I've seen your advertisements around, and that sparked my interest.
Interesting. Do you have any questions for me so far about the position or the company?
I don't have any questions that I probably won't learn later on.
Looking ahead, I see. Good man. Now, what's your greatest strength?
I have a tendency to get stuck on projects. Not like stuck on a certain part, but moving on. It's like I get tunnel vision or something.
That's a good strength to have. It will carry you far if you end up hired here. And what about weaknesses?
Did the bees count?
Well, I suppose bees could count as weakness. However, I was more looking for weaknesses when it comes to working on projects or working with people. But I can assure you, there are no bees in our employ.
Oh, it would have to be losing somebody I love.
Good to know. We will do what we can to avoid that in the future. Now, this may seem a tad bit odd, but what is your stance on privacy?
I like privacy, I guess.
And do you have a strong stomach? Working with machines like you will be in this position can be dangerous. After all, someone could get injured, and it's important to keep your wits about you in such a situation.
I suppose so.
A lighter question now. What is your first or earliest memory?
I don't see why it's important. I'd have to say, when I was 4, the lights went out. I was kinda scared.
Interesting. Alright, and do any of your relatives have a history of psychosis that may indicate that you yourself may be predisposed to psychosis?
Excuse me?
Long hours in areas without windows and minimal human contact may lead to negative effects on the psyche. I wouldn't be too concerned, though. It's only really a concern if you're genetically predisposed to it.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Well,
Last question. What is the worst thing that has ever happened to you?
my uncle owns bees. A lot of them. I went over to visit one weekend and he forgot to give me a bee suit. His bees were particularly reactive to new people. I ended up getting stung practically all over. I had to make a trip to the hospital.
Noted. Well, this interview has been enlightening. Thank you for your time. Expect a call from us in 3 to 6 business days with regards to the results of this interview. And remember, if you speak of the content of this interview to anyone, you will be immediately disqualified from being chosen from this position. Hello there, my name is James CECIL Auclair, founder of Auclair Technologies. And you look like you could use some help. If you're seeing this video, then that means you're a new employee here at Auclair Tech. We're very excited to have you here. But there's a few things we have to go over before you can get started. Our company. I started Auclair Tech in 1955 with my partner Gabriel Wells because I wanted to help people. Since then, our company has been focused on development of external medical technology, which has showed great success. Auclair prosthetics and exoskeletons are held as the industry standard and the first choice of countless doctors, nurses, and surgeons. Recently, however, our research has shifted towards internal support through medication, which is where you come in. Whether you've been hired for chemical development of the product, working with trial participants, or just making sure a facility runs smoothly, you're making a big contribution to a step forward in medicine, a little something we call mithril. There's currently only one dedicated building to this research, so try not to wander too far from your department. Each department gets a special training to keep them safe in their work, and we can't guarantee your safety if you go running off. No matter where you work, you might hear some odd things. This is an active testing facility after all. Please do not be alarmed or discouraged if you hear any of the following: creaking, knocking, clicking, hissing, banging, scratching, screaming, requests for help, demands for help, personal or named requests for help, voices of those you have hurt, abandoned, or otherwise betrayed, and offers of escape. We assure you, this is all routine and necessary to do the good work we do here. Emergencies. While there are a lot of odd things around here that are truly harmless, you will be trained on recognizing true threats and emergencies based on your department. You will also be informed how to report and handle department-specific emergencies. All employees should know the building-wide code system and protocols for each case. In the event of a code green, continue business as usual. Almost all doors will be unlocked. In the event of a code yellow, continue work that does not require moving through the building. Lock all internal doors. Stay alert for changing codes. Do not allow the code to interfere with your work. In the event of a code red, leave through signed exits if safe to do so. Cease work and move to designated safe rooms. Make as little noise as possible. Do not allow anyone else to enter your safe zone once your department is accounted for. Ignore all noises. In the event of a code black, all external exits will be locked. Don't bother with the safe rooms, hide under the nearest object, close your eyes and cover your ears. Affirmations for surviving a code black. Repeat these to yourself as quietly as possible to drastically increase survival chance. I am happy. I enjoy my life. I want to be alive. I have everything I could ever want. There is no salvation. I am alone in this room. My life has meaning. My death will have meaning. I'm doing something important. Mithril is right for me. Part of the process for getting hired to work with Mithril is signing an NDA. I just want to go over it again in case you didn't catch everything the first time around. 322 pages is a lot. Employees may, under no circumstances, disclose to outside parties the subject of their work, the result of their work, the nature of their work, the location of their work, the status of the test subjects, the identities of the test subjects, any unconfirmed assumptions or theories about Auclair Tech as a company. That's all I have for you right now. I look forward to your future at Auclair Tech. James CECIL Auclair, signing off.